morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Weekly Roundup. What do we always say? It's the best show that you're not listening to. No,
is that what we say?
No,
That's what we say.
It's the latest and greatest news for your ears, and we're here to present it to you. I am Dustin, host of Drama Digest, host of the show this week. It's going to be an interesting one. Sitting next to me,
Anthony for Showbiz Spotlight.
And Steven as the game guru.
Here he is, the one and only.
All right, well, you know, it's only been a week, but it feels like it's been years. How have you guys been? What's been happening?
You got anything, Steve?
No, you go for it.
You got something, Dusty?
No, you know, things have been going pretty good over at my house.
Oh, that's pretty boring.
Can't complain. Actually, it hasn't been boring at all, but I've been getting up to stuff I shouldn't be talking about on the radio.
Oh, I'm
been
sorry.
having too good of a time.
Remember when we had hurricanes and we had something to talk about? That was great.
Yeah.
We're all just living normal lives, I
No,
guess.
we don't hold the opinion that the hurricanes were in any way. We at the Weekly Roundup, that is, don't hold the opinion that the hurricanes were a positive in any way. It was a disaster
Yes.
for local families and businesses alike. I just want to throw that out there.
That is fair.
Yes.
I'm new here. I'm sorry. The worst I used to get was just a little bit of snow.
I'd rather have a hurricane.
Really?
Actually, I'd
Yes.
rather a snow than hurricanes.
There you go.
I'd rather snow than hurricanes.
Really?
I moved from somewhere with snow, knowing there was hurricanes here, so I guess I already made the choice.
They had snow over there?
Yeah, dude, it's like almost as high as Denver. We're talking about my hometown of Albuquerque, New Mexico, by the way.
Woo! Pizza on the roof.
I didn't know.
You know, people still go by that house and throw pizzas on the roof all the time. She had to sell the house.
That's what I say. I heard they sold the house.
Ugh, my brain's farting at me.
Go.
I thought she actually sold the house to move out.
I feel like
that
initially
area?
didn't they build like a fence or something to
yeah.
get people out, and I guess people just got
And I know she
better
was
at chucking the
insulting.
pizza.
I know she was
Yeah.
insulting the heck out of people.
Still.
Well, yeah, it's ridiculous. Some of the people think that he actually lived there. Like, they don't get that it's a show.
I mean, he didn't.
You know, just down the street from that house is the car wash that he worked at and that he later bought.
Oh, is that guy with the thick eyebrows
With the thick
still
eyebrows, yeah. He's not there. It's actually a different brand, but I used to wash my car there like every day. I bought this car and it had I bought this Mustang. It had a free wash sticker on it, so
Okay.
I kept it through there like every day, man.
Yeah.
Kept it shiny.
Hey, worth it. It's free. So,
It was free, and you know, when you have a nice car, you want it to.
oh
look
yeah.
nice.
If we go
Did
muscle car.
it get impossible to go there when the show aired?
No, I wasn't.
Was everybody running over to?
To take some
No.
freaking selfies, all that stuff.
When the show aired, I wasn't.
Oh.
I wasn't driving cars, and that's. You know, I'm not.
How old is the show? You know what? It is an old show. It's like
a pretty
2008,
old
right? It's an
yeah.
old show. Never
I
mind.
was like a shit.
Jesus Christ. You know what? Because I didn't watch it when it aired. I watched it a little bit afterwards. That's why I'm a little confused.
I only seen some clips.
You've only seen clips? It's such a good show.
No, I want, but right now I'm locked in on Sopranos right now.
Oh, no way?
Yeah.
First time?
I'm almost to the second season.
But it's your first time watching it?
Yes.
Ooh.
I seen some clips.
So one of the best shows ever.
See, you got me there. I haven't seen The Sopranos.
You
It's
gotta
good.
watch The Sopranos.
It's good.
Was that an HBO show?
It was an
Yes.
HBO.
That would explain it.
Well, if you have Max, or what was originally called HBO Max, or AK Max.
Yeah, but then we're dipping into the conversation we had before this. I'm a little too lazy to seek stuff out if it's not if it's not just in front of me.
I mean, look, I could just send it to you.
That's true.
Sure.
But yeah, so what shows have you been watching, Anthony?
Not
that's all we do lately is
Not The
hang out and watch
Sopranos,
TV.
apparently. Have I been watching anything? There's nothing really been good out. I don't feel like.
Yeah.
No. Well, I'm in that class with Professor Sims. I've been watching the movies he recommends and stuff.
Oh, okay, nice.
Trying to keep up with
Wait, have you seen the weird one?
Which one's the weird? They're all weird. Which one's the weird one?
But one of Professor Marissa, Sam, I think she showed.
Oh, no, I forgot to mention that one.
Thank God.
I
Don't.
watched The Dark City, which is a movie that I think The Matrix heavily took from.
Huh.
It's from like the 90s and stuff. It's about these aliens who come in and they at midnight they can like change they change people's lives, and they like change the landscape of the city and stuff. And then you get one person who like doesn't switch, so he sees it like happening, And he's got like their abilities or whatever, because the aliens are like dying off, and they think that the cure to continuing to live is developing like their own personalities or something. So they're like interested in the humans and how they're able to do that.
Was it any good?
I really liked it. Yeah,
Any,
it's like peak '90s sci-fi.
Any 90s celebrities we might remember from other things?
Oh, dude, not off the top of my head. What am I, Vincent?
So, Steven, what character from The Sopranos are you going to start modeling your personality after?
None, because
No?
Jesus Christ.
I think you could be like a Polly. Oh, I feel like I've been stabbed in the heart!
You know the funny part? One time, when my cousin freaking A, dude, they thought, one of them said that to me. I'm like, why Polly?
You guys big Jennifer Connelly fans? She was in that movie.
Show me a picture.
That's what I was going to say.
I am now.
What else has she been in? Labyrinth? I never saw. That's that David Bowie movie.
Oh, I never saw that one either.
Requiem for a Dream. That's a David Lynch one.
I've heard of that one.
Top Gun Maverick. Is she? Who's she? Top Gun
I
Maverick.
think she's his love interest.
Really?
And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, she's playing the woman from the original Top Gun, even though they look completely different. And she's much younger now than that lady would be now. But Tom Cruise is still Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
That's true.
It was really weird.
Yep. I didn't even notice. I didn't see much of the first Top Gun movie. Well,
Man, I had to see it in the theater. I was seeing the chick. She wanted to see that, and I'm sitting there watching this movie, and I'm thinking, I just spent like $50 on popcorn and everything to sit through this.
Are we talking about the original or
Maverick?
I was gonna say. I was like, how old is the original? What? We're going back to like Breaking Bad. What do you think? I like the movies. They're not like award-winning movies, but they're good movies.
Yeah.
I like the first one. The second one, it didn't hit the story beats for me that I thought that it should have, which I guess is me being. It sounds like me being upset that I couldn't call what was coming, but I feel like I predicted something that should happen, and the movie just didn't do it. And I was like, you didn't even do that.
Interesting, but I mean, it is a sequel that came 30 years after the
Yeah.
fact. A lot of sequels that do that usually miss the mark, and I think this one did about as good as you could get.
You know,
I enjoyed Maverick. It wasn't that bad, but I agree with.
Don't you think that some of those other expendable pilots should have died in the big battle at the end? Because they didn't have any other function in the plot whatsoever, but to just kind of be background characters. None of them die in the end. Spoiler alert, I guess.
I guess.
And it's like, well, this had no stakes. I don't feel anything.
I guess so, but spoiler alert for the first one. Didn't only the one guy die?
Yeah, and he was like an important character, and it was an important story beat.
I guess so.
And this time they're fighting some like Bond villain in a volcano or
They're
something,
fa-
and they all go unscathed.
They're fighting a country, an unnamed country.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
Yeah, all right then.
Whatever.
Welcome to Top Gun.
A new continent has been revealed, and they're evil. Oh man. Anyway,
Well, we got off track there. What were we
got-
talking
yeah,
about?
I love that we.
Track.
I love that we talked about that. Well, how was our days, and we just jumped to movies.
Right, I think the only person who answered that question was you. My day was okay, I guess.
well, the whole week, really. I mean,
I mean, an uneventful week is a good week, I guess.
we've got
its own right.
spring break coming up on campus.
Oh, that's one more week away.
That's only 1 week away.
I think so.
Now, Anthony, did you have any midterms?
No, I have a midterm paper, but no
Okay.
midterms.
Okay, I was afraid I was the only one that had to do midterm work this semester, because everybody else is like, no, I don't have any.
Well, I have the one. A lot of my classes are just hands-on, so you don't really get the midterms.
Oh, nice.
Steven, you got quizzes every week, apparently.
Yeah, but I don't have midterms. Just quizzes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, all right. Let's
Go into our first song break, I guess.
And we are back. So, I think maybe it would be kind of smart if we addressed the elephant in the room.
A big elephant in the room.
Or should I say the eagle-mont in the room? Where is Vincent? That's what the audience wants to know.
We'd like to know, too. If you know his whereabouts, please let us know.
If you've seen him anywhere, please reach out to us. Let us know.
Well, we'll all take over for Vincent a little bit. I think collectively the three of us can equal at least half of a Vincent. I mean, I can start, right? I want you guys I want to remind you guys. The Philadelphia Eagles are your 2025 Super Bowl champions. Woo! There we go.
Birds.
That's my Vincent.
I did a little Anthony there. Go Birds.
Go Birds! There we
I'm a
go.
fake fan.
It's a whole year of this. And that's also why I guess football focus is in our hands.
It is. It's in our hands. Safe and secure in our hands. Not like a pass from Baker, unfortunately, but it's it's in our hands, secure like a pass from somebody. And we've got some report cards. We're a school program. We're doing some NFL report cards today.
We learned about this last week, I think, on the radio
Yeah,
show
like
too.
on accident, you just mentioned
when
that.
Vincent offhandedly mentioned that the coach of one of the teams, I don't remember, the Jets, I think it was, got like an F-. And we figured out.
Because what is an F-?
We figured out they grade. It's like a high school report card, apparently.
So speaking of a high school report card, I've got one right here in front of me for the whole league, and we're gonna see who gets some little golden star stickers, who gets a little rainy cloud sticker, and who just skates on in between.
How about this? How about before looking at the extensive list, you gonna take a guess who's got the worst, like overall?
Ooh, that's fun.
Ooh, that'll be
Yeah,
funny.
worst overall. I'm gonna let you guys go first, because I probably know less about football really than anybody in the room.
I'll go with the Steelers.
The Steelers. Okay.
Yes.
Well, see, I feel like picking a team in last place is kind of a red herring. I don't think they'd have the worst overall.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I guess depending on what division.
That's true. I'll go Falcons.
Falcons.
You're going with Falcons. I am gonna pick a kind of notoriously bad team. I'm gonna go with the Titans.
Okay. What team are the Titans?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. All right, I don't even know. There you go.
Hey, that's how
good.
bad. That's how bad they are, Sally.
So who do you think is the best? I guess. I mean, I glanced over. So Steven, who do you think is the best?
Yeesh. Good question. That means only. All I know is the Buccaneers. At least cafeteria room looks interesting.
Wait, you've seen it?
On YouTube, you can see a whole on a video.
I guess there's like
all that
locker
stuff.
room.
What are
tours and stuff.
they cooking up back there?
I don't know.
Oh,
They just only for a show for like a couple of frames, and boom, back in the rest. I don't know if the Commanders change up their things, because I know when the Commanders were known for another name I cannot say.
You can say it. No, that's fine. What do you mean? You're looking at me like that? It was their name for like 30 years.
I just want to do that for a joke. All right, but yeah, that's mainly. That's it.
What was the
What
joke?
did I just miss?
I ain't repeating so.
Well, this is all recorded, so we're gonna play this back.
There you go. It's even we even got footage that out at this rate will be uploaded in like a year.
Steven, you
I'm
got
real-
caught in 4K.
I'm real slow. Dude, yeah, 60 frames.
60 frames. That's wild to say. But yeah, I think those are the two teams. At least I think the Commanders and Bucks. I don't know. What you know. The rest I don't pay attention to.
All right.
Well,
I mean, want to start with the Bucks, I guess.
we
You
can
guys
start-
outweighed me 2-1.
Well, no, we have to. Well, we can't leave that thought open-ended. So, what were we?
Oh, we were discussing who we thought was the worst.
Yeah, we gotta pick the worst, or who? No, we've already picked the worst, right?
That's
So we're
true.
picking the
Yeah.
best.
Oh yeah.
I already picked two, so y'all gotta do two as well. Or one or two. I don't care.
Gosh. I have been scrolling the thing too, and I was actually surprised. But I'm gonna stick with my original pick, I guess, even though I caught that maybe it's not the best one. I was gonna say I bet that the Chiefs are spending a lot of money.
I was gonna say the Chiefs.
Yeah,
Makes
I was gonna
sense.
say they should be in the top for a lot of the things. But let's go. Let's take a
Ooh.
look. Yeah,
This disclaimer, by the way, Vincent gave us this.
Yep.
He put it in the group chat, so even though he's not here,
Has he?
he's
Now-
doing his
now-
job. He's helping us out. Appreciate it wherever you are.
Now think of something. I think Patriots as well.
You think they have the best?
Yes, because they won a couple of Super Bowls long ago.
How long
Brady
ago?
was-
Okay.
When Brady was around, so I'm thinking that they have the best one of all.
That's true. They have to cater to Brady.
not anymore.
Not anymore,
They
Shannon.
just strip the locker room when he leaves. Take all the good.
Well, did they retire his number?
They do that sometimes.
All right. Well, starting off with the Bucks, pretty mid-record overall. We got a C- in treatment of families, a C- in dining area, a B+ for the nutritionist, C for the locker room. We got an A for strength coaches, but a C- for team travel. A B plus head coach.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Who's the coach of the Bucks, Steven?
Todd Bowl, something like that. I forgot his
I'll
last
have to
name.
go with that. I can't fact check that.
I know it's Todd.
Shout out Todd Bow.
Woo. Is that right, Vincent?
Hell yeah, man.
He's shouting somewhere right now. He's like, oh my god.
He's like, they're butchering
I
the
talk
segment.
about this every day.
They don't listen.
Let's do the Eagles next. We got a C minus in treatment of families, an A minus in.
What does that
dining
mean,
area.
treatment of families? Like, what does that even mean? They just don't let them in?
They have to live in barracks, maybe. With,
Jesus.
you know, it could be. We got a B plus in training staff. Let me see. We got an A minus in head coach and a B in ownership. So.
Also,
There we go.
shout out, Vince is in the group chat.
Yeah, I read the messages just now.
You think he's seen him around? I don't know who he's talking about.
I think us.
Ah,
I think I've seen him around.
I don't know. Who did we mention?
I have no idea. I don't think we mentioned anybody. Let's see. Who has the worst overall? I mean, let's start at the beginning here.
I'm already out. I'm already out because I've taken a gander at the Falcons here. They look like they're doing pretty good.
They might be the best overall.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's an A in everything except for training room and team travel. And let's be honest, those are the most important ones.
Apparently they got daycare booths for the families during games.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm speaking for Vincent.
Yeah, Bucks are actually the worst one so far with a lot of C's and D's. Oh my God, it's the Arizona
the Cardinals. I picked the wrong bird.
Well, there's too many birds. You got the Seahawks over here, and they're looking pretty good. across the
They're
board.
pretty good. That's like that's passing. That's like a B.
Yeah, we got
an average.
We got an F minus for the Cardinals locker room, an F for the weight room, a D minus for ownership.
Jesus.
Christ.
Even the dining area got a D minus. I mean, they're really slipping.
What's that D in there? What's the one thing they're good at?
Nutrition and team travel. Well, they have a good head coach.
They have a good head coach. Shout out to that head coach.
He needs to, get his locker room and his weight room in order, though, if he wants to get those numbers back.
They're just missing weights.
Apparently,
They're looking for like the other 50-pound dumbbell. Like, where is it?
Where's the other 50? Where's about 50-pound dumbbell boy?
Did Steven take it home again?
So the worst was the Cardinals. The best one, I think, Raiders.
The Raiders?
Raiders.
Well, they're owned by
We got
Tom now.
all
so.
A's except for a B plus in treatment of families, and all A's otherwise.
They can't win a Super Bowl. They can't win a game.
But they got good grades.
Hold on.
It doesn't make sense.
Hold on. Raiders.
And as we're pulling up the record for the Raiders last year, how do you feel about that, Steven?
For the fact that at least for the Raiders, I'm laughing. We're just trying to process that.
Vince is punching the air right now, I can tell.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. The fact that the Raiders had a worst score ever in game wise, but they have good grades on everything else.
Yeah, kind of an analog for the show sometimes, huh? Like somebody's getting good grades, but the show's a mess.
How is
This is our game.
People watch us for our personality, not for our.
And I kind of expected.
I think that's actually fairly true.
They were 4-13, the Raiders,
Oh my god.
but they're good at everything else.
Apparently, but not to win a game of football.
Well, I guess it's hard to get out there and win a game of football sometimes, but
Well, hopefully we'll see Tom Brady do some
just having too much
changes.
fun. They live in Vegas. What are you gonna do?
True.
Vincent, you might as well just call in, dude. What's the number over there? What's that say?
That doesn't work much.
Yeah, you can call us at 813-324-1048. That's 813-324-1048.
If that works, I'm gonna laugh.
And it's not just open to Vincent. Any callers out there, you can call in. Maybe have us make an awkward phone call for you. We can do all sorts of stuff like that.
So this is a dig at me. The Cardinals head coach is apparently Jonathan Gannon, who used to be the defensive coordinator for the Eagles.
Huh.
And he lost us the Super Bowl, apparently, according to Vincent.
Ah.
Jesus.
That's our Eagles savant over there.
But surprised at least what Anthony said about the Falcons. I expect the Falcons to have
doesn't
bad.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah. But yeah.
Call in the
I think it's about time to
call in the group chat. I'll put you up on the microphone.
That'd be funny.
Well, do we actually have Vincent calling in?
I don't know. I don't want to put him on the spot. He's,
All right.
he's doing something.
He's doing something.
He's not here for a reason.
But I think unless anybody has any closing thoughts on Football Focus, any closing thoughts, anyone?
Nothing
So
much.
we were all wrong. We
I'm
were all
hoping-
wrong, right?
We were all wrong, but it's
Yeah.
all right because we're still living a good life. Well, I'm good. What is that? Where is that coming from, guys?
I have no idea.
There we
It's
go.
gone now.
All right,
We
we
had a little
fixed
bit
it.
of technical difficulty, but we're back on the air. So, looks like it's about time for one of our fan favorite segments. Take it away, Steven. What time is it?
All right, it's time for Game Guru, of course.
No.
Jose, where's the energy?
Hold up.
Get the levels ready.
Hold up.
Turn them all the way
Calm down. Okay.
Turn them all the way down.
And also, can you smell? Well, gaming. It's been cooking, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Game
Why do you always
Guru.
say like I'm gonna call you out all day? Why do you always say like that? You have the title. Why is it not? Why can't you smell what the Game Guru is cooking?
Because gaming is sex.
Well, that's a hot take. Well, speaking of this segment, I think there's a little bit of confirmation that we joke around a lot.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people are listening, and I think some proof to that is news just recently dropped that I think is going to be pretty evident that the execs, the people at Sony, the people at Netflix are tuning in to the Weekly Roundup.
Oh wow!
Because just this week, Sony surprises fans with an unexpected PS3 update. Now,
PS3
we spoke it into existence. Steven was talking about PlayStation 3 games a couple weeks
Oh
ago.
yeah! The state of play,
And,
PlayStation 3 games.
and now there's an update to the PlayStation 3. So I think that they are listening.
All right, then I expect that, but okay then. All right, this.
What else do you have for us?
You can port Astrobot to the PlayStation 3 now.
We got. We're jumping back again to the Switch 2. We got the price range of what is for the console.
We talk so much about the Switch 2. We better all buy it on launch.
Yeah. Now, do we have any unsubstantiated rumors?
At least for this one comes from GearsNuke.com.
Okay, like the name?
Those two guys said the exact same thing. But the estimated price will be for the Switch 2 is gonna be $400. Surprisingly.
How much was the original Switch?
I think it was 300, 350, somewhere there.
Okay.
I'm not so
I think it
sure.
was probably about
400 as well.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Let me.
Because I think you would get like the Switch Lite for $350.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because
Like I know it has
I
to
think
be.
some Switch did came with a game edition, like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Right.
And of course, this one, at least for this one, it looks like the new Mario Kart is gonna be as well with additional for this Switch 2.
They always bundle games with these consoles.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
I got my PS4 with The Last of Us on it.
Oh, nice.
Do you enjoy that?
I love The Last of Us.
I
I even liked the second game. People didn't like it as much for various reasons. I liked it. My only complaint was that it was a little too long.
Fair enough.
Well, that's a good complaint to have.
Yeah,
I
it's just.
hate it when the game doesn't have enough game, but I know what you mean. You get fatigued on a game too.
Yeah, because it didn't help because we actually talked about this off air a while ago. I think me and Steven.
Yeah.
It does this thing where there's like 3 moments in that game where you think, oh, it's over, we're wrapping up,
Oh, finally, it's done.
and then
No.
it just keeps going. Like another
going.
chapter starts and it just keeps going.
Yeah.
And I remember it really bugged me because I'm trying to finish this game. It's like 2 in the morning, and I'm like, I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
I'm almost
and
done.
then it cuts to black, and it comes back, and I'm in like San Diego, and I'm like, this game takes place in like Texas, I think. Well, how did I get here? And there's a whole nother story arc in
Yeah.
like the San Diego.
Okay, apparently
place.
we're
I'm
in
like,
Cali.
oh
All
my-
right,
I'm like, oh my
great.
God, I'm trying to finish this game.
No, I know how you feel in general on that situation. But jump into another Nintendo game, Pokemon Legends of ZA was finally announced, and
Legendary Za.
Yeah.
I think you said that last.
Of course, for this one, this is technically a so-called sequel for Legends of Arceus. If done with Legend of Arceus, it's just Pokemon game, but takes place way before of all the other regions that exist. The whole point for Legend of Arceus is to fill up the first ever Pokedex.
Oh, so it's like Far Cry Prime.
If you can put it like that, yeah. That's actually a perfect description in a way. Yeah. Legends of ZA, or ZA, for obvious reasons. This one takes place back in Lumio City in the Kalos region when the Lumio City was just a small city at that time.
Okay.
Wasn't expanded to other towns and all that stuff. Don't know if there are going to be gyms in this one. Of course, this information comes from the legends.pokemon.com, the official Legends website. And of course, Lumino City, we're going to see a lot of things there. Some areas will be technologically advanced. Some areas are not going to be not because this is when Lumio City was starting out with advanced technology at that time. The only advanced technology there was more towards the excuse me on that, the Lumino City Tower that was mostly resembled the Eiffel Tower from France.
I never really paid attention about the technology in Pokemon.
You'll be surprised. I wasn't until.
Doesn't that show take place in like the 80s?
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. So
What?
yeah, and of course Mega Evolution comes back, and something that I'm happy that it's back because don't get me wrong, I enjoy Z moves, I enjoy the other so-called gimmicks that other Pokemon games kind of introduced, but it kind of got annoying because new game. Sometimes people want something that was already good. Don't fix what's broken.
Okay.
Like I say.
Don't
And-
fix what's broken, ladies and gentlemen.
I think you
words
said-
to live by.
Okay, are you a Pokemon fan?
Yeah, and my brother, Pokemon was the first ever game I ever enjoyed when I was growing up. So if Pokemon jumped me into gaming,
Okay.
the whole spiel.
Are you
Oh.
a big Pokemon fan, Dustin?
I'm more of a fan of the more spin-off franchises. I like the Sonichu extended universe.
I was like, I swear to God.
Really related.
It is. He's a Pokemon. He's an electronic hedgehog type Pokemon.
Ah,
That's
okay.
what, as are all Sonichus
Okay.
and
I'll-
Roadshoes.
I was really asking because I didn't play any of the Pokemon games
Yeah,
growing
I'm
up.
not a big
I
fan
watched
either.
the show, and that's about as far as I got with it. And I guess I would collect the cards, kind of, but I mean, I would collect them like a kid would collect them and be like, ooh, I like this.
Oh, I like this.
This
yeah.
is shiny. I just like mess with it. I
Yeah,
didn't
as a
do
kid.
anything
Yeah,
with it.
you're a kid now.
I feel like I missed out on that part of my generation. Where I just wasn't a Pokemon kid. My brother was kind of, but not me.
Yeah, fair enough. Not everyone will play or watch or do in Pokemon. Same goes to other so-called franchises like Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh. and
Did you do
other stuff.
Pokemon Go at all?
Yes, but did not enjoy it.
Really? I bring this up because I was at, do you guys know where Al Lopez is, the park? Right next to the Raymond James Stadium?
Oh yeah,
Ah.
yeah.
Apparently, there's like a really big Pokemon Go community that meets up there.
Oh, is there really?
Just about every day. I mean, I was
Yeah.
there at like 3 p.m. on a Saturday, and there were so many people just like crowding around. And I didn't know what they were doing at first. But as I got closer, I started seeing like the Pokemon merch, and I was like people swiping and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh,
they're
it's like a
swiping.
Pokemon Go like meetup, and there were so many people there. It was crazy.
Jesus.
So if you're into Pokemon Go, go to Al Lopez Park.
Yeah, well,
Interesting.
thank you for the info.
Shout out Al Lopez. I don't know. It's got that kind of sounds like it might be cool, but I don't know. It also sounds like it might not be. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I did enjoy playing the trading card game though.
You did the trading card.
I played the trading card game, and then I'm playing it on my phone.
Oh,
Had like TP, not TPG. I don't know. Is that what it is? Whatever.
Something like that.
It's some abbreviation, right?
Yeah, no, I still got it on it. Pokemon TCGP.
Yeah, that's-
Trading card game pocket? Pokemon?
So what is that? You just
Yeah.
buy cards?
Well, no, you get free ones every day, but you
get
you
two.
level up, you get a pack. You log in every day, you get 2 packs.
Yeah.
Can you trade with other people?
Dude, that's the stupidest thing. It's really
Oh.
hard to trade with other people.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, is that not the gimmick?
That's the whole gimmick.
I was so close to getting Arceus one time, and I tried to trade like, Lord, please let me get. Because they always shuffle it. When you trade, you shuffle. It shuffles the deck. And I'm like,
That's insane. Because my boy was looking for this one card forever, and then I had 2 of them, and I was like, I can't even give it to you, bro. Like I can't if I want to.
Apparently Arceus is the name of the game. This isn't helping me at all. Oh, he's like a what is this?
He's in lore terms of Pokemon, he's technically God. Put it like that.
I feel like they do that multiple times though. There was one in like the original Pokemon movies. He looked like a lion. He was supposed to be this like god character.
Yeah, but they kind of changed it up.
Oh, they're retconning Pokemon? There's like 1,000 of them, man.
Yeah. It is what it is, though.
They started with what, 150 or 151? There was a Pokemon rap too.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? You can never collect them all. It's
Yeah.
not possible.
It's endless.
Yeah, it's impossible.
It's endless.
You know, there's always another fish-type Pokemon in the sea.
What's the storage on a Pokédex? That thing's gotta be incredible.
Jesus
Bro,
Christ, I don't even want to know.
So on the
Yo,
trading
what
card-
the heck? Vincent's a Digimon lover?
No way.
Where was he last week when you were talking about Digimon? Was that last week or the week prior?
I think it was last week. I was talking about a bit of Digimon.
What is this? He's over here quietly. We're slandering Digimon or whatever we talked about.
I'm gonna keep slandering
You told
Digimon.
I still can't believe you Steven, you called it like the third-rate Pokemon or whatever. You put Yu-Gi-Oh above it. I'm sorry, I'm opening up a can of worms.
No, I mean that's actually the most reasonable thing that's been said on this program. I mean it is the third rate Pokemon.
I'm trying to hold up my laughter right now.
A reasonable take on the weekly roundup.
Oh god.
We don't do that here.
Sadly, we don't.
Hold on, Vincent's typing.
What are you saying? What are you saying now?
I don't know. Well, other than being a Digimon lover, man, he stayed quiet. That's what.
Well, he did stay a little bit quiet. What else does the guru have cooking?
I think that's of course mainly it,
Are
but
you playing anything?
I've been playing Marvel Rivals lately. I finally got the game because the game did have a problem when you play on PC. If you have two drivers, it kind of it will automatically go to no one except for your main one that you're setting. Of course, I don't have that
for
problem.
graphics?
Huh?
You mean like graphics drivers? Or what do you mean, like for your computer?
The,
Yeah, for the
SSDs. I'm genuine. Did you say drivers? Is that about like the graphics card, the CPU?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it either will go to one, and
Third
it will
word
take a
country
long
Pokemon.
time to load a map. By the time you do load into a match, all that stuff, it's already halfway or it's already done.
Nah, you gotta do like what the professionals do, like the sweats do. You play on the lowest graphics so that like the textures
Extra
won't
FPS.
load, and that's how you do it. That's how.
But no,
Wait, can you shoot through textures if they don't load in?
I have no idea.
That would be crazy.
that would be hilarious.
I just know not to hash up Fortnite. We can't stop talking about Fortnite.
Well, I was about to bring up Fortnite.
They
too,
do
so
that.
go
They
right
do
ahead.
that in Fortnite. If people do that in Fortnite too, they play in like the lowest settings, so like the people trying to hide in like the bushes and stuff, but the bushes don't load for
Yeah.
the person playing on the lowest settings, so they can see them. They might not be able to shoot them
Well,
through it, but they know they're there.
The same goes to like for people that move to get zero ping, is like something like that every time. They try to get that advantage to get zero ping like that. They don't lag and they don't nothing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we all strive for zero ping.
Hey, Vince, you might like this. Vincent says Marvel Rivals is goated.
Oh, it is good. I've been maining the Thing lately. Good tank, but so far one of my favorite tanks that I've been using so far.
Is the thing.
Yeah.
Steven, stop meaning the thing.
You wanna talk?
That's wild.
Well,
You're
that's
gonna talk
his name.
Fortnite?
I'm
Did you
sorry.
get
That's
the,
his name.
The pickle and the shiesty.
I haven't got the shiesty pickle yet. Yeah, he's almost all the way at the end of the battle pass. I need somebody to get on there. And
That's true. We haven't been able to. We haven't been able to coordinate this at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always down when I'm, there. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I haven't really played video games much in months or weeks at least.
Vincent Main's Mr. Fantastic.
Oh yeah,
is good.
I mean Mr. Fantastic as
Really,
well.
I heard he wasn't that good, but
Well-
this is me not playing the game, so I don't
Ooh.
know.
Ooh.
Mr.
Mr.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Or maybe it was difficult to play. That might be it.
He's a little bit difficult to play, but he's overall easy. There's some things, if you're playing controller, it's easy. If you're playing on mouse and keyboard, it's kind of difficult in a way because the keybinds are so close to each other. It's hard to press them perfectly on time.
You can't do custom keybinds.
I've been trying to find that.
What do you mean?
The settings are
settings?
so specific in the game.
That's
I'm
a
like-
good sign.
I'm like, Lord, this is gonna take me a while to find that.
It's settings, control settings, keyboard layout.
No, it has other panels between. If I do go to control settings, it
Controller gang.
yeah. Hey,
I don't have a PC to play games on, so
I don't either.
No.
I'm looking, but I'm not in any rush.
Yeah, no, just take your time, and whatever you get is good. That's all that matters. As long as it has to pack
I
a punch.
want to build it. That's the problem.
That should.
I feel like that's part of the
A
experience.
lot of people prefer building it instead of getting a pre-built, but for me, I prefer getting a pre-built because I can just put. Oh God!
Any final thoughts, Steven? Outside of the pre-build?
I will say this:
Let's do
I enjoy using Punisher, and that is all.
it. Ooh.
All right. Well, you might have a Punisher when you have your homecoming tonight. And we're back. Looks like we have just a little bit too much fun here in the booth talking about all sorts of stuff, and people that have actually stayed tuned and listened. How were they listening to us? Where were they listening to us on?
Of course, ACC.radio Primo Stream.
Oh, I think it's Hawk Radio.
I think it's Hawk
I
Radio.
keep
Primo
forgetting.
Stream.
Sorry, I didn't-
Don't use the .com or do.
Yeah,
I've done
sure.
both and it works. So who knows?
Okay. Honestly, the URL we provided now is so useless. Just put in 4 idiots on Google and scroll until we come up.
We'll get there.
You know, that's a perfect title.
For the weekly roundup, by the way.
Yep.
We are the Weekly Roundup.
Or just weekly roundup. Do we include the? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It depends. I based it on vibes.
VinceVibes, shout out.
Hey,
Yeah,
shout
that's
out
cool.
VinceVibes, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Can we bother to show up? No, no, we
That's
understand.
crazy.
No way.
Yeah, well, I guess it's time for just a bit of drama digest.
Little teaser for I
Drama
guess.
indigestion. Let's see. We got some pretty big,
Some activity.
little bit more sports news that's pretty big. The Lakers.
I glanced over. Go ahead.
Lakers just signed AJ and Big Justice with the Costco guys. So that's pretty exciting.
Steven's gone.
They reportedly give the Lakers 5 big booms.
That's a lot of booms.
That's a lot of booms.
Have they ever given something not 5 big
No,
booms?
it's either a doom or 5 big booms.
They do dooms? I'm not up to date with my lore.
Yeah, it's doom or boom.
Oh.
All
Could you
right.
imagine them dooming you? Dude, I couldn't go on after that. That would be it.
Fair enough.
I'd be done.
What's his name? The Rizzler wasn't in there?
The Rizzler is not included.
That's
now,
crazy.
I think this is. I'm glad you brought that up. I think that this is.
No problem.
Yeah, I think this is the start of the Rizzler really forging his own path, forging his own destiny away from the Costco
A
guys.
little 70-year-old Rizzler is going independent.
Well, because I don't know if you've noticed. I'm sure you recently saw when they ate the spicy seafood boil.
I did.
Of course. So you thought Riz is aura farming. He's just effortlessly. And then you got Big Justice over there. He's desperate. His eyes are all bugged out. He's like, oh, look at me, guys. Oh, where did he get that? He's trying too hard because he knows he's like if Big Justice is the Earth, that's because the Rizzler is the sun. If he drifts away from the sun, he gets nothing. He depends on the sun for life, for energy, for clout.
Jesus
I
Christ.
love it. I love what he's the same, bro. I love it. That was just a perfect description of the situation. Of
Is that why he kidnapped that child?
Oh man, careful! AJ lives in Florida. You don't want to.
I have no basis for these ludicrous accusations.
It's simply a joke.
Oh, God.
It's simply a joke. But speaking of things that are a joke, I've got some Drake news.
Ooh, what we
Jeez,
got?
okay.
So Drake's been promoting Stake, the online gambling platform.
I've seen a lot of clips about it.
Shout out VinceVibes.
Big steak enjoyer.
Well, he's been promoting them. He went pretty viral for saying, "I need a Maxween." If you remember that.
Oh God! Don't remind me of that.
Well, now he's lost $2 million pretty much overnight on stake, and so he took to
great.
Instagram and he said, members, we're down bad on stake, so I'm posting this solely for $2 million credit to spin slots. Please keep scrolling. Hashtag I need a max bad.
What is happening?
So we got
What's going on with the internet, man?
we got Drake e-bagging before GTA 6, which is wild.
I brought this up, I think, last semester, or maybe the start of the semester. Drake just has to do nothing,
Yeah.
and the world would move on.
He's his own worst enemy. Remember when he threw the slipper at the drone? Yeah,
I saw that so
Hey, what is
time.
happening?
Someone found the slipper.
By a voicing of our agreement, I guess I was gonna say show of hands, but we're an audio platform. But by a yes or no, who here believes that was an actual fan, or do you think that it was like Drake set that up for clouds?
Ooh.
That's a
I thought it looked fake. I ain't gonna lie.
If it is fake, I don't know what was the idea for him. If it is a fan,
Well, we're talking about him.
yeah.
We're talking about it,
That's
and
Like, what was the idea?
the
If it is
execs at
fake,
Sony are listening.
Oh yeah.
So you know,
Yo, sponsor.
our lips to Sony's ears, and that's what Drake.
Hey,
that's what
you want to
Drake
do
knows.
a Drake throwing slippers game, Sony?
That could be his new finisher. and
Reach
like
out to him more
Mortal Kombat.
combat. Or what was that game with LeBron James in it? Maybe you could do that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That was that.
Multiverse?
that
Multiverse?
thing.
Yeah, he could be a multiverse character. I think that game isn't.
That game's never gonna come out.
That's
now,
right.
so,
I mentioned it. No wonder I remember it. We talked about it last week.
We did. Well, that's why I always say it's only been a week, but it's felt like a year. Let me see, Anthony. Any thoughts on Showbiz Spotlight to round the show out here?
No, that's not true. The Oscars happened, but I don't watch it.
Nice. So this has been the weekly roundup right here on HCC at PrimoStream.com.
Take away the .com, throw it at something, I don't know.
Throw
You're not gonna slap it with a fix? That's usually your go-to.
I was thinking about saying that, but you know what? I think too much fish is not good for you.
Well, that's an interesting take. That's a hot take right there too.
What a way to end it.
What a way to end it. All right, guys. Well,
See you next week.
Tune in next week, and I promise it'll be even better.
What do you mean this is a 10 out of 10? Also, I like how we didn't address the elephant in the room that Vincent isn't here.
Yeah.
Not once did we address that he's not here.
We went on a tangent about movies and we didn't talk about the fact that Vincent's not here.
Hey, at least it was funny. I don't care. I don't even care. It was funny. I know Vince is might be listening.
That's insane, man.
Oh, he's not listening.
He's gonna. If you done it for a split second.
Oh my god.
That's
So that's how we gotta start next segment, huh? Hey, Vincent's not here. By the way. That's why Dustin's on the horn and we're kind of fumbling along.